This gaming PC is on an awesome budget of only $1,111.99 and is a really good way to get started into PC gaming. I think it's a really good value for money PC right here, so let's get straight into the build. Let's start off with the CPU. I've gone with the i3-12100F. It's a processor that has done considerably well on benchmarks for multiple games and is considered one of the best budget CPUs that you can buy at the moment. Only at $182 from Computer Lounge or $177 from First Wave, I think it's a really good value for money CPU. Especially at the budget end, and if you are considering probably gaming at 1080p, the CPU will be more than enough for you. Paired with the CPU, I've gone with the MSI Pro H610M-B motherboard. It's LGA 1700, which is great for our CPU. Comes in at about $165 from First Wave or $179 from Computer Lounge. This is a budget motherboard as well, so it doesn't have any VRM heatsinks. But on the i3-12100F, you won't be overclocking anyways because you can't. This motherboard has PCIe 4.0 for the graphics card as well, which is actually quite good in the one I'm choosing. And it has a dual RAM slot here, so your RAM will be running in dual channel. And I believe the M.2 slot should be PCIe 3.0 on a 4-lane configuration, so should be fine for Gen 3 M.2 SSDs to go in there. You'll be all goods for that. Heading on to the RAM, I've gone with the Corsair Vengeance LPX 16GB kit. It's DDR4 3200 CL16, so that's actually quite a standard kit at this point, and it only comes in at around $69 from Computer Lounge or $69 from PB Tech. I think it's actually a really good deal. It doesn't have any RGB, but this is a budget computer, so we're not trying to look for aesthetics at the moment, just best price performance. And I think this fits the bill pretty well on that, and especially most DDR4 3200 CL16 kits at normal price are around about $110 to $120, so I think this is a decent discount. For the storage, for the SSD, I've gone with the Samsung 970 EVO Plus. It's a 500GB M.2 SSD. It's a Gen 3 SSD as well. It comes in at around about $84 from First Wave or $85 from Computer Lounge. Now, I did go over this one instead of the 980, and the reason I did is because it's the 970 EVO Plus, and I think it's going to be a little bit better in the long run compared to the 980, and especially for only around about $6 more, I think it's a better value option. Now, you can go for the 980 if you want to, but I'd probably try to stick with this one, especially for the quality you're getting out of this SSD. Now for the graphics card, I'm actually quite surprised with the pricing on this one. So it's the Gigabyte Eagle RX 6600. It's an 8GB card. Just keep in mind it's the non-XT version, and it comes in around $398.99 from PB Tech. I think that's an absolute good deal for this graphics card, especially considering it's only $400 and we haven't seen $400 for an RX 6600 in quite a long time. Now, there are options for a 6600 XT or 6650 XT for around about $500 to $523. So it's around about an extra $100 to $150 extra for a better graphics card if you want. Now, the reason I did go with this one is because it's a budget build here and I didn't want people to spend another extra $100. Now, personally, would I spend that extra $100? Yes, I probably would, and the reason why is because in the long run, it might be a bit better for games in the future, but I do understand this is a starter build and it's a budget build as well, so we're trying to go as cheap as we can with decent options, and this graphics card is going to get you through quite a lot of good games at 1080p, all of your esports titles, and the AAA games will be able to play fine on this graphics card, especially with the i3-12100F. I think it's a great option, and yeah, it's something to consider, especially at $400. Now I've gone with the case as being the Silverstone Farah R1 Pro. It's the V2 one. It comes with 4 fans in it. It's $99 from Computer Knowledge. Now usually I choose something like a Fantex Eclipse P300A with 3 fans from Inwin. That's usually my go-to. But this one literally comes with the fans inside. And it comes with the RGB controller in the case as well. So I think that's actually pretty good value for money at only $100. It's an airflow front panel, so you can get up quite a bit of air in there, which is good for a PC build. Especially being a budget case, I don't think this one's on special either. So I think it's a good value offering, especially that you actually get 4 fans and you get the airflow front panel, and you also get the cool glass side panel if you want to use that as well. Now, just keep in mind, there are quite a few cases on special that I've seen recently, like these Fractal Design Focus 2 RGB ones are actually quite cheap at the moment, so I just have a look into them. I believe they are on special, so, you know, there are like cheaper cases, but they're actually really well made, especially from Fractal Design. It's only down by about $10, but it's something to look into as well. It's lacking the exhaust fan, but there are quite a few cases that are on special at the moment, so definitely have a look. And overall, just for PC parts as well at the moment, I think there are quite a few good deals. I won't lie, I probably should have looked into this a little bit earlier, but these end of financial year deals are actually pretty good at the moment, especially for budget PC builds. I think there's some pretty good value offerings. Lastly, I've gone with the Fractal Design Ion Gold 550 watt gold certified fully modular power supply. Now this is an absolute good deal. So this is $99 at the moment, and 550 watts should be plenty enough for this type of build. It's quite a low wattage build anyways. You're not overclocking or doing anything crazy, and it's gold certified. What's to go wrong with that? And fully modular, which is awesome. It's down like literally $49 or $50, sorry, at the moment. I think that's actually a really good deal at the moment that Computer Lunch is offering for these 550 watt fully modular gold rated power supply. I think they've done a good job here with this one, and that's the reason I put it in this build. So overall, this build comes to $1,111.99, as I said in the start, and I'd actually say this is a decent like gaming build for someone who's on a strict budget at the moment. Now I know that's a lot of money, especially for people at the moment, but if you were looking to get into the PC world, I think $1,111 is actually a decent place to start. Not to mention that you can swap some of these parts out for second-hand ones. I've seen a lot of graphics cards quite cheap at the moment, second-hand will trade me, and a lot of CPUs quite cheap at the moment, especially from the Ryzen line, and older graphics cards as well. Just do keep in mind with second-hand parts, you know, there is the associated risk that it could die a little bit earlier because people haven't taken care of the parts, or they've just been used for an extra amount of time. These ones are brand new, but at this price point, I think it's a pretty good value offering at the moment. So that about wraps up the video. Make sure you go and check out ystech.org for the latest post reviews and much more. I'll see you guys there at ystech.org. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!